And we are live. That's awesome. Well, I'm sorry for if the sound is bad. I'm kind of just testing this feature, this live feature of YouTube, and to see what happens. For now, there is nobody listening to this stream, but in time, hopefully, people will come and we will see what will happen. So, I'm right now in front of my computer, so I have something to do until people come along and start asking me questions. Hello, one people, whoever you are. Yeah, I will be doodling something on my computer and at the same time talking about, I don't know, any subject that comes to my mind, I guess. So, what am I all about? I'm a video game developer. Yes, that's what I do. And I'm trying to build a game on my own, like to make the entire game from scratch, just me. And I do music, I draw, everything, program, all of it. And yeah, I have a YouTube channel, and this is a test I'm doing. This is the first time I'm doing a live stream, actually. And this is a test I'm making to see how will this work, how this live thingy works. And so, what can we talk about? What will be the subject of today's video? It could be, maybe, how to enjoy video games. Yeah, that could be a topic. Or maybe, what's my favorite video game? Maybe that's your favorite video game too, who knows? How to enjoy video games. Now, it's a funny thing, really. One would think like, you know, it's obvious that you enjoy video games. It's a simple thing to enjoy video games. It's automatic. But it is not really so, I discovered. I play a lot of games and I enjoy playing games, but with time I was getting more and more stressed while playing video games. You know, when you are a kid and you enjoyed the game so much, it's so much fun to play a game when you're a kid, a video game. But then with time, you also start to play video games when you're frustrated, when you don't feel so good, and sometimes playing video games can actually be a drag. If we are playing when we are bored, and if we are playing video games out of boredom, it actually can be not fun at all. Is this camera, just let me, for a moment, I'm sorry there. Okay, here we go. Now it's better. And so, as I was saying, can be quite boring to play the games actually. And so, what about that? How to change that? Well, the answer is quite simple, actually. To make the games fun, one needs to actually meditate while playing video games. Yeah. And I know these two things usually are not mentioned at the same time, like meditation and gaming, but actually to enjoy anything in life, you have to meditate. So what I mean by that, by the word meditate, I don't mean you cannot sit all the time and, you know, in the lotus posture and meditate. What I mean by that is be present. So when you're playing a game, are you like listening to the sound or to the soundtrack of the music, to the sound effects? Are you watching what's going on the screen? I mean, I know your eyes are on the screen when you're playing the game, of course they are. But are you thinking about something else in your head while you're playing the game? Are you thinking about the taxes you will have to fill the next day? Or are you thinking about that person that said you something bad the other day? And are you really there? Are you really in the moment while you're playing a game? Because I find out that I often was not in the moment while playing video games. And I kind of get stressed, actually, when playing video games because I'm not there. I'm thinking about other things. And sometimes, so I play games to kind of distract me from negative emotions that I have in my life. And that's no good. Then I'm not enjoying the game. Then I'm not really hearing the beautiful soundtrack that the game has. And there are games with awesome soundtracks, and it's a shame. And because we don't hear that soundtrack, because in our head we are thinking about other problems and other stuff, we are not enjoying the game as much as we could. Another big problem with enjoying the games is that we want to win at the game. We want to finish the game. And that's actually a problem. That makes you not enjoy the game. You want to get good at the game. So you kind of start to play the game in a way that makes you most effective, that makes you win faster. You think while you're playing about various tactics and strategies and ways to play the game so that you progress as fast as possible through the game, to beat it, to be the best at it, but that's a problem, because then you focus so much on winning and you're not enjoying the game, you're not feeling the game, you're not actually watching what is on the screen, you're focused on the objective and actually not enjoying the colors on the screen and the special effects and the sounds and the soundtrack of the game and all that. So this is a big thing. To actually enjoy the games, you have to quit trying to win. And it's kind of counterintuitive. In the end, you will win anyway. Because with practice you get better at anything you're doing. So if you play anything, you get better and better and better at it. So the victory is an inevitable byproduct of enjoying the game and playing the game. So to enjoy the game, again, shortly repeating, to enjoy the game, one must not be focused on finishing the game, but rather on what? On enjoying the game. So how do you do that? How do you not focus on finishing the game, but instead focus on the game? You do that by listening and by watching. By focusing on the sound. You can start there. Just listen to the sound effects. Don't think about anything. You cannot make thoughts go away. That doesn't work. Don't say to yourself, I must stop thinking, I must stop thinking. That doesn't work. But you must focus on the sound and listen to the sound without trying to name it, without saying, oh, this is a distorted guitar, these are drums, these are special effects of explosions. Don't try to name the sounds. Just listen to the sound in the same way as you would to birds chirping, to birds singing a song. Listen to the sounds of the game in the same way. And you will find again that child wonder of music, of sound effects. You will enjoy again the game as when you were a child. And it's a beautiful feeling. Rediscovering the beauty of video games, actually. And yeah, I wanted to say something else. What was another thing to enjoy games? Oh yeah, I remembered. Another thing that is important to enjoy video games is don't play too much. That's an important thing. Don't play video games to make frustration go away, maybe. Don't play video games if you should be doing, this is the key, if you should be doing something else. Don't play video games because you're bored. It sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but yeah. You can feel it if you pay attention to it in every moment throughout your day. You can feel if you ask your relatives, would I like now to play video games? And when it's the right time for you to play video games, you can feel it. You can feel like the excitement and the joy. Oh yeah, I will play now that game. Yeah, it would be fun. But if you're like, oh, I'm bored, I don't know what to do, I will play this game, but you know, I'm not enjoying it really, but I don't have nothing better to do, that's a problem. If you're playing a game because you don't have nothing better to do, don't play it, because you will not enjoy it. You have to play the game because you kind of feel the enjoyment of playing it. And then it's good. And that usually kind of limits the playing of the game to not so long sessions. I know from my experience, for example, I found out that mostly I play games like half an hour a day. Oh, Adnan Bosnian. Oh well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you appreciating what I'm saying here. And what else? What else? Adnan, if you have some questions, you can ask me some questions, or you don't have to do anything. If you want the discussion to go in some particular direction, because I'm just here testing this thing, the live thing, and see how it works. So, where I? Oh yeah, so I play video games for like, I did find out for like, oh Adnan, do you play video games? And what games do you play, for example? We can talk about that. I usually play like a half an hour a day, something like that. Not much longer. And sometimes like, but rarely like 1 hour or 2 hours, but usually it's like half an hour, something like that. And yeah, that turns out to be the ideal time, because otherwise, you know, kind of the body cannot take it. This is also an important thing. You have to play as much as your body can take it, because if you're sitting for too long, your legs kind of get stiff, not naturally, normally, and your back, your neck, and all that, and you cannot enjoy the pictures and the graphics of the game and the sound of the game when your back is hurting. What you need to do then is stop playing, get up, go in the garden and, you know, smash something, or I don't know, pick the tomatoes, or run, or do whatever. And then later on, you know, when the body is kind of tired of moving, then you sit down. And when the body is tired and you sit down, it's just an enjoyment to sit down, Just sitting down is a pleasure in itself because you are tired, and then plus that, if you would like to, do something, you feel like playing a game, then it's the right thing, and then it's really like juicy and nice, and you're excited to play the game and all that stuff. Oh, so you're playing Civilization 4, right? Now, where can I see the message again? Oh, okay. I'm learning how these things work, so let me see the message again. You said that you play Civilization 4 mostly. Interesting. I did not play Civilization 4. I tried, it's like Civilization 1, something like that, but it was kind of too complicated for me. And I guess Civilization 4 is even more complicated. And yeah, I don't know, also there is like not much action. I kind of prefer games with more action. If I'm not killing something, I know it sounds weird, but yeah, yeah, something like that. But, Civilization seems like a nice game. I could try it one day. Some other games, for example, in that genre that I play and enjoy much, are like Heroes of Might and Magic. Yes. And those I just love that series. Like all of it. So Heroes 2, Heroes 3, Heroes 5, Heroes 6, Heroes, not so much, Heroes 7, not so much, but the older installments are just great. And I like strategy games, yeah. So if you are still there, Adnan, maybe what other games do you like? Maybe strategy games. Maybe we have some in common. And what else? What else can I talk about? Because I'm new at this. I don't know really what I'm doing here. I'm just testing this new feature, see what happens. How many people get here to see also that? For now, it's just one person, but we will grow with time. And yeah, I'm kind of trying to understand what I can talk about in these streams, what topics would be interesting, how to carry on the conversation, because you kind of have to talk all the time because the focus is on me, so I'm kind of making this show. Oh, okay. Well, it's been nice talking to you, and have a good meal. Adnan is going to have a meal, so I will go on talking. And so, what I will be talking about? I can talk about Heroes of Might and Magic. Yes, that's a topic I know a lot about. In fact, the next video I will be making on my channel, I will be making a review of Heroes of Might and Magic 2. It's an old game. It's an old game. It's a game from the time of DOS games. It's before Windows was a thing. And it's a fantasy, let me think. Fantasy strategy game. You have your typical fantasy stuff in it, like elves, dwarves, there is magic, there are spells, and you have like these castles where you like build up the castles, you build up the buildings inside the castle, and you build up armies. Then you have your heroes that lead these troops and you assign troops to a hero, and then a hero goes to conquer other castles and other lands. Something like that. And I don't know, I just, something about that game, it's just magical. It's such a good game. And yeah, I think it's really a masterpiece. Such a good game. And we usually think of games as not something serious. Like, if I say like Mona Lisa, if I say the Michelangelo David, or any other Picasso, if I say Picasso, we will all say, wow, like he's a real artist, that's really art, Mona Lisa, that's art. But really, video games are as much art as anything else. If you think about it, video games are like movies. They have like the visuals. You can see the actors. There's like the visual part. For example, books don't have the visual part. Books, when you read them, are just words. So that's just one means of communication, books. If you listen to a song, that's also just sound and words. Then if you watch a video spot, like, no, not spot, like video clip, no, what's the word? Like if you watch a video like from Guns N' Roses and you see Slash playing, that's visuals, eyes, I can see, and sound. So it's two things together. The movies are the same. You have visuals, you see with eyes, and you have music, and you have words in the movies, and you have a story. So there are multiple elements, multiple art elements in the movie. For example, while painting like Picasso, that's just the visuals. There's no sound in Picasso's paintings. And no sound in And if you're listening to an opera or a song, there is no visuals in the opera. In the movies, there are visuals and sound. In the games, there are visuals, there is sound, and you can interact with it. So basically, video games are movies that you can interact with. You can decide which way the story goes. And it depends upon you which way the story goes. But it's basically a movie. It is an interactive movie. So we can say, in a way, it's more art than a movie is. It has more artistic elements than Picasso. We can look at it that way. But video games are a new thing. Video games I'm the generation that grew up with video games. But before that, the video games did not exist. Personal computers did not exist until like 30 years ago, maybe. So it's a new thing, and every time something is a new thing, people put it down because it's unknown, because so people, I think, because they don't know video games, especially older generations, it's something strange to them. It's something unfamiliar to them. So they tend to say, oh, it's stupid. Don't waste your time with playing games. And but if you're listening to Mozart, then they probably say, wow, you are like growing culturally. You are refined, and you are so have a good taste if you're listening to Mozart. But if you are playing like Doom, or if you are playing like, I don't know what, any game, Tetris or something, then you're just wasting your time. Yeah, that's how it is. So, how long has this stream been going on? It's like 25 minutes. Well, I'm managing, man. I'm managing. I've been able to talk for 25 minutes non-stop. It's hard to talk also because you kind of don't know what people on the other side will like. That's a thing. So you don't have the feedback of, when you talk with a person, you have a feedback of that other person. And if you are talking about a subject that is interesting to the other person, you can see them smile, you can see them become excited about what's going on, what you're saying, so you kind of get encouraged to expand on the subject and the conversation, and you see you're doing good. You see you are saying something that the other person is interested in. But when you're doing these live streams, you don't know what's going on. You don't know if the other person is bored with it, if the other person is kind of annoyed with it. Is it something, they're interested at all in it? And so you have to just listen to yourself and do whatever you like to do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Be excited, talk about things I'm excited about. Then people who like it will hang on. People that don't like it will go away. And that's fine. It's fine either way. And that there's this thing like, if I don't like what you're doing, then I must be angry at you. So you have to talk about things that I'm interested in. If you're not, I'm angry at you, and I'm angry at you, and you're angry at me, and we cannot just. I like to play it cool, in a sense. If we don't get along, and if we don't have subjects to talk about together, we don't have to hate each other. I don't have to write mean comments to you because I don't like what you are talking about. I can go somewhere else and talk to somebody else and find something that is interesting to me, find something that is inspiring to me, and not waste my time with something I'm not interested in, without calling that which I'm not interested in rubbish or bullshit or something like that. Can I say bullshit? I just did. I did it again. Well, I like saying bullshit. It's a nice word. It's a nice, honest word. I like honest words, like bullshit and shit. We have a problem with bullshit and shit. We have a problem as a civilization with some topics. We have a problem with sex. We have a problem with shit. We have a problem with wars and all that other stuff. We don't like our bodies. That's also weird. That's a problem we have as a civilization. But for example, why do I like so much the word shit? Because it's honest. Did you know, I was watching on YouTube the other day that I think it was England, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's England. Like medieval, the video was about medieval England. And in medieval England, there was no a sewer system under the city. So all the human waste, all the shit, was kind of, people were shitting in buckets, I think, something like that. And then there were other people that went around the city with a cart, with the horses and a cart, and collected this shit. And, and actually they were selling it because it was, you could actually make money by selling shit in medieval times because agriculture was a big thing and people needed fertilizer for their crops, and human waste what a funny word, shit was used to to fertilize the fields. And there was, like, I think London maybe, there was like a central point where people that collected shit brought all this shit from all over the city to kind of, it was a central point where then the shit was distributed from there. And that street where all the shit from London was collected, that street was called the Shit Street. Simple as that, the Shit Street. Because at the time, shit was not, let's say, was not a bad word, was not a curse, was not a vulgar word to say. It was just, a word for the thing. So yes, people were using it in a polite conversation. That's a bird, that's a dog, that's a shit. And that's it. Simple. And just later on, shit became, for some reason, a dirty word, a nasty word. And it was during the Victorian era in England, as I remember from the video, that shit became a dirty word. And yeah, what I was trying to say. I go off beam like this from time to time. It just happens. So it was not a dirty word, then it became, I wanted to say this was interesting. And then there's a bug in my apartment. Yeah, the bug is flying around. Don't mind the bug. And the name of the street, it was named Ship Street. No, it was named Shit Street originally. That street in London that collected all the shit from all around the city. And later on, when the word shit became vulgar, they changed the word of the street to Ship Street. So today it's called the Ship Street. Not the shit, but the Ship Street. And it's funny. It's funny how humans do that. Why do we choose some words, and a word is just a sound like any other? Why do we choose some words and we say, no, these words you cannot use them as polite words, and other words are okay? So if I say shit, that's not a good word to use. If I say excrement or feces, that's fine. If I say penis, that's okay. If I say like dick, that's not so okay. Why? It's just a sound. Every word is just a sound. So it's a mystery to me why we choose why we decide to make some words vulgar, inappropriate. Yeah, why do we do that? I like to think about subjects like that. That's something that will happen often on my channel. I will be talking about philosophical subjects like that. Yeah, about the word shit and why is it honest and why do I like the word shit. It's weird that shit became a vulgar word because that's something we all do. That's something so human. That's something we all hide. but we all do. I know you do it too. I do it, and you do it too. Oh, well, my battery is running low. Well, I didn't anticipate that. So this is gonna stop me. A low battery is gonna stop me, of all things. I thought like I will run out of things to talk, but it is not so. Actually, my battery is low. And that would be it. I have to conclude this conversation. I will say just to wrap up this just last topic, I want to say that it's weird that we humans are ashamed of what we are. For example, the zebra is not ashamed of its stripes, of the black and the white stripes. The zebra is not thinking like, oh, these white stripes, they are so awful. I wish I was all black. Or the other way around. These black stripes are so bad. I wish I was all white. And yet we are ashamed of parts of our body. We are ashamed of our sexual organs. Sexual organs. Okay. And we are ashamed of old age, of wrinkles, of stuff like that. We are ashamed of our bodies. We cover our bodies all the time in clothes, you see? I'm covered right now. And we all are. But when we remove the clothes, there is embarrassment there. And it's who we are. It's who we all are under our clothes. We are all naked under our clothes. But we all think that it's awful. It's like zebra saying, oh, my stripes are awful. And that's sick, man. That's wrong. And I think that shows how much as a society we are messed up. Yeah, because, it's so messed up to be embarrassed by what you are, right? By your body, by your sexual organs, by all that. And with that, this is the last thing. Yeah, I'm concluding this live stream. The first live stream I made. Maybe I will keep it on my channel. Maybe not, I will see. I've been going now for 37 minutes. Wow. I was not thinking I will be able to do it so long. Yeah. That sounded sexual. Yeah. I didn't know I had so much endurance. Yeah. Okay. We will conclude it here. I don't know how to conclude this. So I will just push buttons until I go away. Bye. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.